Param Shanti, infinite supreme peace to all the divine souls. Salutations to our beloved Ma Bapuji. This is the English translation of the Hindi video Vishwa Yudh se bachne ka upay, Shanti और समरास्ता का मार्ग, शांति चाहिए, मानवता को बचाने का आह्वान by Bapuji Dashrath Bhai Patel. Bapuji explains, how can the world avoid the Third World War? Let us understand through knowledge. Look, if we want to save the entire world, we need complete transcendental knowledge, spiritual wisdom, and supreme powers. With these supreme powers, we can transform the entire atmosphere, which is currently filled with negative energies. If all the awakened souls come together, we can bring about this transformation. The first and foremost requirement is spiritual wisdom. There are different types of knowledge. Laukik Gyan, the worldly knowledge, which is understanding of the five elements. Alaukik Gyan, the supramundane knowledge, which is beyond the material world. Param Gyan, the supreme knowledge, which is transcendental wisdom. Parlaukik Gyan, the knowledge beyond the physical realm. Atma Gyan is the knowledge of the soul, and Brahma Gyan is the divine knowledge. All souls must understand that I am a soul and realize the mystery of Jad or the inanimate and Chetan, that is the consciousness. Jad refers to the body made up of five elements and the material world. The earth is a Mrityulok or the mortal world, not an Amarlok or the immortal realm. That is why we witness the cycles of destruction, like partial annihilation, the Ardh Pralay, complete destruction or the Pralay, cosmic dissolution or the Kalp Pralay, and ultimate dissolution or the Mahakalp Pralay. One must understand why these events occur and why people suffer in this Mrityulok. In this mortal world, people suffer due to their own karmic actions. How can one attain moksha or liberation from the bondage of karma? We have many videos explaining this in detail. First, one must attain self-knowledge or the Atmagyan, strengthen the power of the soul, and realize I am a soul, not this body. The body is a medium for action. The soul is eternal, imperishable, and immortal. Everyone already knows, those who are wise, those who have attained Brahma Gyan, and everyone knows that the soul is eternal, immortal, and indestructible. The soul undergoes cycles of birth and death, takes on a physical body, and while the body perishes, the soul itself does not get destroyed. This is something that everyone already understands. In today's world, so many nuclear bombs have been created that they can destroy the earth 1,000 times over. These nuclear bombs are created by those who belong to the subtle world, the Sukshma Jagat. In the Sukshma Jagat, the subtle realm, there are also aliens, spirits, and ghosts. Many religions, sects, and ideologies exist on the earth. But where did they originate from? I have a complete video on how these various religious sects were actually established by aliens. In Kali Yuga, the age of darkness, Kali signifies the conflict and war, when battles are fought in the name of religion that lead to adharma or unrighteousness. This is called Kali Yuga. In the cycle of four yugas or the ages, Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga, as the time progresses, in Satyuga, the atmosphere is Satopradhan, that is, dominated by purity and positivity. In Treta Yuga, it becomes Rajopradhan, or is dominated by passion and activity with a mix of Sattva and Raja qualities. In Dwapar Yuga, Rajas becomes dominant, and by the time we reach Kali Yuga, the atmosphere becomes Tamopradhan or filled with darkness and negativity. The environment is shaped by people's thoughts. Both humans and the beings of the subtle world create vibrations based on their thinking. These vibrations influence the atmosphere, and collective thoughts of all beings shape the energy field around us. Therefore, the negative environment that exists today is a result of people's negative thinking. However, through Atmagyan, the knowledge of the soul, we can transform this negativity. Through Brahmagyan or the knowledge of Brahma, the divine knowledge which we can awaken the powers of the soul. But how can we develop these soul powers? Because on earth there is a great variety of souls. Many different kinds of souls exist. With knowledge, one can understand that aliens refer to beings from different Brahmans or the solar system, from other Mahabrahmans or the galaxies, and from Param Mahabrahmans or the universe, from the great universe, and even from great great universe. These souls have come and taken the human form. Some exist in human form, some in subtle form, some as aliens, and some even as pretas or the spirits. The Sukshma Jagat or the subtle world is a powerful realm. Like in our Brahmand or the solar system that exists, within one Brahmand there are 14 realms or the lokas. This includes the earthly realm or the Bhulok, and above it is Bhuvarlok, Swarglok, Maharlok, Janlok, Taplok, Satyalok, and Mahasatyalok. Above these, there is Brahmapuri, which is the realm of Lord Brahma, then Vishnupuri, the realm of Vishnu, then comes Shivpuri, the realm of Lord Shiva, and above all is Paramdam, the supreme abode. Below the earth, there are seven lower realms or the Patal Lok, which are Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, and Patal. These seven Patal Loks exist below, while above them there are four realms, meaning four great dimensions exist in both the physical and the subtle forms. For example, in Bhuvarlok, beings like Gandharv, Kinnars, and Yakshas reside. In Swarglok or in the heaven, divine beings, the Devtas, reside. In Maharlok, great sages, the Maharshis, dwell. In Janlok and Taplok, advanced souls live. Meanwhile, in the seven lower realms, the Patalok, beings like Asurs, the demons, and Mahasurs, the great demons, exist. Below even these, there is Naglok, the realm of serpentine beings. To truly understand everything, one must gain complete knowledge. Only then we can bring transformation to the entire Brahmand or the solar system. If we want to transform everything, we must understand that the atmosphere of the earth has not only been created by the human thoughts, it is not merely shaped by human thinking. In the Sukshma Jagat, the subtle world, there are countless powerful souls. Up to 500 kilometers above the earth, the atmosphere is filled with negative souls in great numbers. These souls influence both the physical world or the mortal realm or the Mrityulok and the subtle realm that is the Sukshmalok. To bring transformation, both human beings and souls in the subtle world must change. For this transformation, we need Atmagyan, the knowledge of the soul, and the Brahmagyan or the divine knowledge. Brahmagyan refers to the knowledge of the origin, middle, and end of the Brahmand, the solar system. There are several videos on this topic like what is Brahmagyan, what are the benefits of Brahmagyan, who will survive Mahakal or the Great Cosmic Dissolution Part 1 and 2, and will India survive Part 1, 2, 3. If you watch these videos, you will gain detailed knowledge. Since everything cannot be explained within few minutes of a single video, one must experience self-realization through Atmagyan. The soul is covered by Avran or layers or wheels and contains the mana, the man or the mind, buddhi, the intellect, and sanskars or the past impressions. Only through true knowledge can the mind be transformed. Currently, the mind is trapped in the Mrityulok or the mortal realm and must be liberated. When Atmagyan is attained, when true realization dawns, the soul will finally understand that I am a soul. I am a soul, and body is just a medium for performing the actions. I must transform my mind and focus it on the Paramatma, the Supreme Soul. But who is the Paramatma, the Supreme Soul? This can be understood only through the knowledge of the Gita. How can one attain Paramatma? Lord Krishna had said in the Gita, I am not attained through chanting, penance, meditation, or yoga. I am attained only through knowledge. A Jnani Atma, the knowledgeable soul, is most dear to me. Lord Krishna also said in the Gita, become aware of your true nature as a soul, surrender to me, and I will destroy all your sins. In the end, I will take you to the Paramdam, the highest and the supreme abode. Lord Krishna told Arjuna, focus on the soul. Now it is the time to focus on the soul, because if a third world war occurs, if nuclear bombs, hydrogen bombs, and all other weapons of destruction created under the influence of subtle beings detonate, then everything will be destroyed at once. People's intellect have become destructive, and the atmosphere is filled with vibrations of destruction, destruction, and destruction. These vibrations must be transformed. The soul must remain in its true soul conscious state and remember the Parampita, the Supreme Father. Through Brahmagyan, one can understand Brahm, Mahabrahm, Param Mahabrahm, and with Brahmagyan, one can also recognize the creator of the Brahmand, the solar system. The Creator resides in Brahmalok, in the Paramdam of the Supreme Abode, in a Nirgun Nirakar state, that is, the formless, attributeless state. Mahabrahm refers to Mahashiv, who exists in an infinite formless state. Through Brahm Gyan, one can understand Brahmand or the solar system, Mahabrahmand or the galaxy, and Param Mahabrahmand or the universe. Today, scientists are showing the world about Brahman, Mahabrahman, and Param Mahabrahman. But if you gain deep knowledge, you will fully understand these concepts in complete detail. It is no longer enough to just change one Brahman or the solar system. The entire multiverse must be transformed for the eternal supreme peace to prevail. When one attains Atmagyan, the knowledge of the soul or soul consciousness, and Brahmagyan, the knowledge of Brahma, is understood. Through Atmagyan, when you emerge into your true soul conscious state by repeatedly affirming, I am a soul, I am a soul, you will live in the soul consciousness throughout the day and become a karma yogi. Gita says that being a karma yogi is the ideal state. Among all the life paths, Grihast ashram or living the life as a householder is the greatest ashram because even the most powerful souls who come to Mrityulok, this mortal world, to guide others, have now become ordinary humans and are trapped in ignorance and attachment. Currently, the world is covered in the darkness of ignorance, and only knowledge can bring the light. Thus, first one must attain Atmagyan, the knowledge of the soul or the self or soul consciousness. Second, Brahmagyan, the knowledge of Brahm or the supreme divine consciousness. And third, recognize the Paramatma, the supreme soul or the creator of the soul. How will you recognize Paramatma? By being Atma Swarup or being in the soul conscious state and remembering the Supreme Being by engaging in self reflection and self contemplation. Only then will the soul regain its true power. However, the power of the soul remains suppressed due to the avran or the multiple layers covering it. There are layers of karmic bondages, subtle layers, and physical layers. Just as the gross body is composed of five elements, inside it exists a Sukshma Sharir or the subtle body, and within the subtle body is the Karan Sharir or the causal body, inside which is the Mahakaran Sharir or the great causal body. And even deeper within it is the Param Mahakaran Sharir or the supreme causal body. Due to these coverings, the soul remains dormant, but it must now be awakened and its power to be increased. How can the power of the soul be increased? By establishing a connection with the Paramatma or the Supreme Soul. This connection is called Yog, meaning the union of the soul with the Paramatma, the Supreme Being. When the soul is in its Atma Swarup or its true soul consciousness and remembers the Supreme, it gains divine power. When the soul gains the power, its inner light ignites like a lamp. The real Diwali is to ignite this Atma Rupi Diya or the inner light of the soul. This is the true celebration of Diwali. When the inner lamp, the soul light, is lit, when one attains Atmagyan or the knowledge of self or gains self awareness and experiences the soul's true nature. As one becomes deeply established in this state, the mind begins to gradually generate vibrations of Param Shanti or supreme peace. All over the world and the universe, the vibrations of peace begin to spread. There is Param, 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 Maha Shanti hai, Maha Shanti hai, Maha Shanti hai. Supreme, 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 infinite Supreme peace prevails. Infinite Supreme peace prevails. Infinite Supreme prevails everywhere. This world is built upon vibration. Brahma creates, Vishnu sustains, and Shankar dissolves it. The Adi Shakti or the primordial cosmic energy and the Adi Shiv, the Supreme Shiva, governs the entire Brahmand or the solar system. How this universal system operates can be understood through Brahma Gyan or the divine wisdom. To establish Param Shanti or supreme peace, one must remain in Atma Swarup or soul consciousness and generate peaceful vibrations through the mind. Repeating and affirming, let there be supreme peace in the world, let there be supreme peace in the world. As these vibrations spread, people will gradually awaken. Every soul's desires is peace, because peace is the original nature of the soul. That is why in ancient times, great sages, rishis, and Brahma rishis performed yagnas, sacred rituals for world peace. They conducted Shanti Yagya or the universal peace meditations, praying for harmony across the world. In Sanatan Dharma, the eternal primordial tradition, there are the sentiments of Kutumbakam that translates to the entire world as one family. Every being is a child of the Paramatma, the one Supreme Father. However, people have become trapped in different religions, sects, and belief systems. When there is Gyan or knowledge, people will naturally awaken and realize their Atma Gyan or soul truth or identity. Through Atma Gyan, one attains Brahma Gyan, and through Brahma Gyan, one spreads the vibrations of Param Shanti or supreme peace worldwide. As this happens, first your aura, your energy field will change, followed by transformation of the subtle body. The causal body, which carries the imprints of multiple birth and death cycles, will begin to dissolve. All karmic records stored in the causal body, formed through thoughts, words, and actions, will gradually burn away through deep soul consciousness. Eventually, the soul will enter karmatit avastha, a liberated state beyond karma. The soul will become bhavatit or beyond emotions, and karmatit, transcending karma or the three gunas or the qualities. It will go beyond the three gunas, the sattva guna or the purity, rajo guna or the passion, tamogun or the darkness, and its vibrations of param shanti will become beneficial for the welfare of the world. Such a soul will be dedicated to serving the world with only one thought in mind, that is world transformation and world welfare. It will desire to give peace to everyone, to help all experience supreme peace, and to transform the whole world through Param Shanti. This will become the soul's ultimate goal. Even while living in Grihastha ashram or in a householder's life, the soul, through the knowledge and meditation, will set a clear goal. The goal will be to change the world and spread vibrations of supreme peace everywhere. The soul will realize, I must save the entire world at any cost and prevent the Third World War. All must awaken. The 33 crore Devi Devtas, Behad ki Atma, or the souls of the infinite realm, the Purush, the divine masculine, and the Prakriti, or the divine feminine. When all awaken, even the souls from different religion and sects will begin to receive these vibrations, because in the end, every soul's desire is peace, as peace is the original nature of the soul. The main quality of the soul is peace. When the soul resides in its Nirakar state or the formless Nirgun Nirakar or the attributeless state in Paramdham or the supreme abode, it exists in its pure peaceful form because Paramdham is filled with supreme peace, that is Param Shanti. The soul in its Brahma Swarup or the divine form there. That is why deep inside every soul longs for peace and keeps wandering in search of it. But peace cannot be found externally. The world is in a highly delicate and dangerous state, and now we must transform it. We must awaken all the souls, give them Atmagyan, the knowledge of the soul, and spread Param Shanti vibrations everywhere. By staying in Atma Swarup or soul consciousness and connecting with the Paramatma or the Supreme Creator Soul through yoga, we must increase the Yog Bal or the soul's power through the strength of yoga practice. By stabilizing vibrations of Param Shanti or Supreme Peace, we must save the entire world. If the world is not saved, a third world war will take place, and the consequences will be unimaginable. Because after every completion of four yuga, the Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, and Kalyug, a Ardha Pralay or partial destruction takes place. Many Ardha Pralay or partial dissolutions or destructions have occurred, but eventually a Mahapralay or the total dissolution or destruction will happen on earth. This is called Manvantar, a cycle that marks the end of Manu and Satrupa's time. When 14 Manvantars are completed, a Kalpa Pralay or cosmic dissolution takes place. A Kalpa Pralay happens in Brahmapuri, the realm where Brahma resides. One day in Brahmapuri is equal to 1000 Chaturyugas, one cycle of yugas. A Manvantar consists of 1000 Chaturyugas, where each yuga has different duration. That is, Kali Yuga consisting of 4,32,000 years, Dwapar Yuga twice the duration of Kali Yuga, Treta Yuga three times the duration of Kali Yuga, and Satyug four times the duration of Kali Yuga. Thus, understanding the time, the cycle of destruction, and cosmic events is utmost crucial. Dwapar Yuga is twice the duration of Kali Yuga, and as I said, Treta Yuga is three times the duration of Kali Yuga, and Satyuga is four times the duration of Kali Yuga. The Kal Chakra or the wheel of time keeps turning. Ardha Pralay or partial destruction, Pralay or the complete destruction, Kalp Pralay or the cosmic dissolution, Mahakalp Pralay or the great cosmic dissolution, and Mahakal Pralay or the supreme destruction. Mahashiv manifests as Mahakal, the supreme Shiva in dissolution form, absorbing the infinite Brahmans or the solar system into every pore of his being. The Mahabrahmand or the galaxy contains countless Brahmans, and the Param Mahabrahmand or the universe contains countless Mahabrahmans. Behad ka Vishwa, the infinite cosmos, is beyond comprehension. Modern science speaks of the universe, multiverse, and parallel universes. All of this aligns with ancient scriptures and knowledge. The scripture already contains deep knowledge about infinite Brahmans. In each Brahman, there is Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar. Thus, in infinite Brahmans, there are infinite Brahmas, infinite Vishnus, and infinite Shankars. The Maha Adi Shakti, the great feminine divine energy, governs the Mahabrahmand. There are multiple videos explaining Adi Shakti, primordial feminine energy, and Mahabrahman. Once this knowledge is understood, one will realize the truth about Mrityulok or the mortal world. In Mrityulok, souls remain trapped in the cycle of birth, death, and karmic bondage. To break free, one must become Bhavatit or go beyond emotions, and Gunatit or go beyond the three gunas. When deeper knowledge is attained, the mind, intellect, and the sanskars, which are the past impressions stored in the subconscious mind, are transformed. The mind shifts towards soul consciousness and remembrance of the Paramatma or the Supreme Soul. By continuously being a karma yogi, vikarma or the negative karma is destroyed. The Karan Sharir or the causal body which carries karmic imprints from past lives gradually burns away, becomes purified and cleansed. Once the subtle body is purified, thoughts gain immense power. The soul starts radiating Param Shanti or supreme peace vibrations through its thoughts. As Param Shanti vibrations spread, your home becomes filled with peace. Gradually, everyone living in your home will experience supreme peace. As the soul's power increases through yog bal or meditative yoga, the vibrations will expand further and further. Whoever remembers you will automatically receive these vibrations of supreme peace. Even an enemy will be touched by these peaceful vibrations and begin to change. Ultimately, everyone in the world desires peace, that is Param Shanti. If 33 crore Devi Devtas or the deities and all the awakened soul spread the yogic energy, the entire Vayumandal or the atmosphere filled with destruction will be transformed. Gradually, all the vibrations of destruction will be replaced by Param Shanti. The world must transform, and it will. But the question is, will it change positively through spiritual awakening, or will it change through destruction and suffering? Destruction is always filled with pain and sorrow. Instead of destruction, we must fill the entire atmosphere with vibrations of supreme peace. Once Param Shanti vibrations spread, every particle or the cell in the atmosphere will be filled with supreme peace. Even those in the Sukshma Jagat or the subtle world who create destruction and weapons of mass destruction will start chanting Param Shanti instead of destruction. The minds of destructive beings will change. As soon as Param Shanti touches their subtle aura, their thoughts will be transformed and their minds will be filled with peace. Even those who were once destructive will begin speaking about peace. That is why we must awaken everyone in all directions. Each soul must establish itself in Atma Swarup or the soul conscious state and Brahma Gyan, the divine cosmic knowledge. The path of knowledge is simple, yet many believe that Brahma Gyan is something too vast and complex. But once you realize your Atma Swarup state, everything will become clear and easy to understand. Because all the knowledge is already within the soul, which is covered by layers of ignorance. When the soul awakens, it will remember who it is, where it came from, why it came here, and where it must go next. That is why it is essential to everyone to wake up everyone at any cost. Awaken everyone in all directions and spread Param Shanti vibrations or supreme peace vibrations. This is how we can stop the World War III. How can we transform the entire Vayumandal, the atmosphere, and of both the physical and the subtle world? Gradually, as the soul power increases, it will draw energy from the Paramatma through Yog Bal. Slowly, the vibrations of Param Shanti will reach the higher realms of the subtle world. Even in Chatur Lok or the four higher realms of the Brahman, the solar system, these vibrations will be felt. The souls residing in those higher realms will also experience Param Shanti or supreme peace. These vibrations will spread across the entire Brahmand or the solar system and then across the entire galaxy. As the powerful souls become stronger in their Atma Swarup or the soul conscious state, all spiritual energies and divine powers within the soul will be awakened. Gradually, all beings will start awakening through these vibrations. Since Brahma created the world through his sankalp or thoughts, everything, both the physical and the subtle world, is created by vibrations and thoughts. Even the Nirgun Nirakar or the formless and attributeless Brahma created the entire Brahmand through sankalp or intentions or thoughts. The Maha Brahmand or the galaxy and the entire multiverse were also created through vibrations. Just as Mahabrahm or the Supreme Divine Consciousness filled with infinite Brahmans into existence, likewise Param Mahabrahm expanded further, creating countless universes through its thoughts. Thus, everything is created by vibrations and sankalp or the thoughts. To understand this, we must turn to the Sanatan Gyan or the eternal wisdoms. The essence of all Vedas and scriptures can be summarized in two words: Jad or the inert matter, and Chetan, which is the consciousness. The Jad, the inert physical world, consists of five elements, while the Chetan or the soul consciousness is the true self. We must remain in the physical world, Jad, while realizing our Atma Swarup or soul consciousness and awakening our Chetana or consciousness. By using the power of our Chetana or our awakened consciousness, we must awaken others and spread the vibrations of Param Shanti. This should be the sole purpose of life: to awaken the souls and bring the supreme peace to the world. If World War III happens and nuclear bombs detonate, the earth will be destroyed thousands of times over, and the catastrophic fire, the Kal Agni, will burn everything. Not only human beings, but even beings in the subtle form, the Bhoot, Pret, aliens, will burn. Only those who have Param Tattva or the supreme elements within them will remain unharmed. A soul in its purest Nirakar, this formless state, cannot be destroyed by any fire, not even Kalagni. When Brahma's 100-year cycle is complete, the Nirgun Nirakar Brahm, the formless supreme Brahm, absorbs everything back into the Brahma Surya, the cosmic sun, causing Kal Agni or the destructive celestial fire, which burns everything within the Brahmand. Similarly, Mahashiv in his Mahakal form absorbs countless universes into himself through the Mahakal Agni. All of this is already written in the Vedas and the scriptures, yet very few follow the Gyan Marg or the path of true knowledge. People in this Mrityulok or the mortal world remain trapped in ignorance, thinking this knowledge is difficult. People spend years studying to become doctors or engineers, investing half their lives and fortunes in education. Yet this supreme knowledge is far easier and available within just 10 hours. To begin our to begin this journey, our Param Shanti motivation and meditation channel has a 10-hour course where you can understand this vast spiritual knowledge. It explains the origin, middle, and end of the infinite Behad Ka Vishwa, the world of infinite realms. With this knowledge, we can positively transform the world by spreading the vibrations of Param Shanti. Every morning from 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. there is a class on Gyan Yoga for meditative yoga and also for knowledge. At night from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m., there is an advanced class on Behad Gyan, the infinite knowledge by Anant Bhaiya. All our videos are based on infinite knowledge, wisdom, and spiritual transformation. Bhakti or devotional practice leads to Gyan or knowledge, and knowledge brings Prakash or enlightenment. Through Atmagyan or soul realization, we must ignite the inner light of the soul and transform the world. Our goal should only be to spread Param Shanti, to become Vishwa Kalyankari or world benefactors, Vishwa Parivartak or world transformers, and Vishwa Sevadari or world servers. So wake up, rise, and set your goal for universal transformation through supreme peace. By spreading positive vibrations, we will convert the Panch Tattva or the five elements into Param Tattva or the supreme elements and transform Param Tattva into Param Prakash or supreme light. If we fail to do this, the entire multiverse will burn in Mahakal Agni. The Mahakal Pralaya, or the great cosmic destruction, will happen, and all beings in the 100 celestial power will be affected. Every universe, galaxy, and solar system within the multiverse will be impacted. That is why one must become a yogi and transform the world through yog bal or meditative power. We must think beyond ourselves and focus on the entire world's transformation. As the Bhagavad Gita says, one who lives only for himself is no better than an animal. We must not live for ourselves, but for Vishwa Kalyan or the welfare of the world. Now there is no time left. If we do not wake up now, then when? If this time is lost, everything is lost. By staying in Atma Swarup or soul consciousness and adopting a Seva Swarup, the form of world server, one must ultimately reach Paramdham or the supreme abode. Where do we have to go? How do we reach there? All this knowledge is explained in different videos in great detail. Follow the Gyan mark, the path of true knowledge, become Gyan Swarup, the embodiment of divine wisdom, and apply this knowledge in life. This is the Param Satyagan or the knowledge of supreme truth. True knowledge is Sanatan Gyan, the eternal knowledge. Only that which is indestructible is considered Sanatan. The soul is eternal because it never perishes. Thus, the soul itself is Sanatan Satya, the eternal truth. Both Atma or the soul and the Paramatma, the supreme soul, are the eternal absolute truth. This is the essence of Sanatan Gyan or the eternal wisdom found in all Vedas and scriptures. Lord Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, "Become soul conscious and remember Paramatma, and I will destroy all your sins and ultimately take you to Paramdham." So become a jnani, wise being, and a yogi. Awaken others, rise and awaken everyone. Start by spreading vibrations of Param Shanti, supreme peace within your own home, family, and surroundings. Then expand it to your society, your state, your country, and eventually the entire world. Throughout the day, remain in Karma Yoga or action in soul consciousness. Focus only on Param Shanti, Param Shanti, Param Shanti. There is no other way, no other shore. The only solution is Param Shanti, supreme peace. True yoga or the union with the Supreme happens when the soul connects with the Paramatma. This is the real power. Through Atmabal, the power of the soul, one must spread vibrations of supreme peace. I firmly believe that everyone will awaken and spread Param Shanti vibrations. When the entire Earth's atmosphere is filled with supreme peace, even destructive minds will start thinking and speaking about peace, and destruction will stop. This is the only way to prevent it. Think about it. Param Shanti.
बेहद की परम शांति सोचो बोलो परम शांति
Join us daily for our morning live meditation, Monday to Saturday, 5:30 to 6:30 a.m.
Join us daily for live meditation, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on YouTube Live. Subscribe now. Website www.paramshanti.org. Email us anand@paramshanti.org. Like, share, subscribe. Join today.
बेहद की परम